remember when I told you, boo, that I ran into me where I was at. I did not recognize me. I knew that I was not who I was supposed to be, but I couldn't vilify myself for where I found me. See, this is what we do. We get found when we're found, boo. And when we get found, well, we come in the way we do. We don't come in prissy and clean, neat and put together, B. That's an act. Because we're coming out of the wilderness, you see. So yes, God's children are very feral, B. But that's because they've been out in the world with a lot of negative energy. And so this is what they've been grounding down into, boo. We use the negative energy of you to power all of the positive things that happen amongst you. At the end of the day, this is the way currents move, okay? And the more positive energy we create, the more positive energy we have, you see. So that's why it says train up the child in the way they should be. Because if they know from the beginning that they should conserve their energy, keep it to themselves, you see. Love them completely full, boo. There would be nothing that anybody in the world for them would ever have to do. They would be solidified by that I am, you see. That I am would be the governing body over their body, B. They would not be confused like you and I. They would not have to be searching for me. They would know that I am that I am, and that I am is me. That I am is the operator, the sole controller of everything. It is that I am to whom we give our sovereignty. And when we do and we inaudible, we know because that I am speaks through. Now, that I am is speaking through us, boo, so that we can identify who the fuck is who. So when you speak to people and they get rattled by you, you have to understand that this is your assignment, boo, to make them understand that I'm trying to talk to the I in you. But you have not tapped into your I, you see, so your I is always disturbed by peace. But when you and your I become one, you see, then you find perfect peace. You get patience perfected. You can stand through anything. There is an order in the operation, a natural way for us to be. And no matter how bad you acting, baby, if you cannot be that I am, you cannot be. And so if you have to continue in the ways of the man, then you ain't continuing in the ways of me. When you understand that I am, no matter who you are and where you be, it's always going to be me. Don't you understand that God is in every single thing? And everyone that says I am, they are calling on me, but why are they not standing up being that I am? They want me to be their God, but they don't want to serve me. They want to serve the world. They want to give it all away, you see, but I said serve me exclusively. Lean not unto your own understanding, because you don't understand a fucking thing. And if you are in the order of that I am, you're going to give your motherfucking will to me. You're going to get that by telling the truth, you see. But when you do, you truly will be free to do what you enjoy and live in perfect peace. But if you want assignment, well, then you're going to be surrounded by negativity. But that's okay, boo, because we know how to ground, and that's the goddamn truth. And we know that for every negative one that comes into our energy, they are going to turn positive, because negative they will never wish to be. But they will never be able to really go back into them, boo, so they got to go out there and act like the teacher. They got to do what you did. The same thing. This is how we all go. It's the same way it went for me. See, I wasn't always positive acting, B. But when I realized that I was just acting negative and that wasn't my natural way of being, I came out from amongst the energy that I did not belong to, boo. I stand on my own until I find at least, another one of you willing to do the same things that I am willing to do. To stand up knowing that that I am is always the one providing for you, and you know because it's happening, and that's the truth. We are growing. We are expanding. We are becoming more than we ever were before. We are coming into our I am residence, you see. We are coming into our place in me. But if you have not tapped into that I am, well, you are in bondage, my friend. You have spiritual collars around you. And when we come into your energy, we either see a red or green. We might see some with the yellow because there's a warning, my friend. You're stepping in treacherous terrain. You should refrain from whatever it is that you're about to do, because if you do what you think you're going to, that red collar gonna turn blue. I need you to understand that I will stop the fucking heart of you. And so right now I say, I break with all the intent from the great, great I am. You see that bind that you think you have on that I am. All of those who belong to me, who you put those red collars around their neck of energy, those are broken today. They gonna find out they are free. You're gonna see a shift in their energy, because there are some colonizers who are still using the same trickery to keep energy trapped to families where they don't belong, you see. And they got these spiritual collars around them, big. Dog whistles, they blow them. And so when you in your company and all of a sudden the person that's next to you, B, it's like a flip switch on them. They become something new, but they sink down to the bottom, acting like a slave would, boo. You know that they have generational curses that they have to break through. And they master is still the ones in control. And the only way they can ever break free is that they have to come into that I am, because that is where your power lies, B. You have to give up this false sense of identity that somehow outside of that I am, you could be anything. You have to claim that I am a cell in the body of God, because that's all the fuck I could ever be. And for as significant as I am still part of all of everything. Opening up to the reality of just the limits of me, but knowing that through that I am that is in me, I can do all things. There are no limits, B. The only limit is the one I put on me. And the limits come, you see, when you can't be that I be, when you got to act like somebody outside tell you to. You got a master that's controlling you. And the only way you're going to break that bind, boo, is you're going to have to become one with that I in you. Because that I am is the only one who can beat that devil, fool. And you keep on thinking it's something you can do. This is spirits and principalities. This is not about you, my dear. You are in captivity. We are here to set the captive free. You have to understand, I'm breaking binds when I speak out my mouth, B. Because that bottom feeder cannot handle the noise of me, cannot stand my frequency. And so they are always trying to silence me. But those that have that I am resonance, my friend, they gonna be me no matter what you see. It does not matter in everything they do. If they breathe air, they breathe it different than you. At the end of the day, no matter what stronghold you put in front of them, they gonna be able to make it through. You have to understand just who the fuck is who. Those that operate with that I am, there is nothing that they can't do. But those that operate as if you got power to do what that I am can do, but you have not given your will to that I am, you know what you gonna do? This is the love crusade, so I'm not even going to tell you. You can go over to the peace, because peace talk about those types of things. At the end of the day, love and peace are constants, but we ain't the same. At the end of the day, love is very volatile, my friend. It's peace that anchors love down, my man. But at the end of the day, if you got a volatile love just running free, and you are not under the command of that I am, you are being used to power this machine. And the only way that you break free of this spiritual slavery, to get out of captivity, is to tap into your I am frequency. The sooner you train your children that this is the way they are supposed to be, you will break the binds of every enemy. And I'm speaking of the ones unseen. You are now bound to words on a page because you cannot grasp the great I am. Because you are not going and reaching the I within. Because you are still trying to tell yourself a story about who I am. But you don't know that I am until you go inside, my friend. And if you can still be bothered by something outside of you, boo, you do not know that I am. You do not know you. And so when you act like you do, you are desecrating the name that is above all names. The great I am. That I am wants to love you, boo. But I am can't love you. That I am loves me. And you have to come into that me frequency. This is all about your energy. Your inner God, your inner power, and how it is being used. Are you giving your energy away, being used like fools? You are giving God to the world, B. You are not reserving God for me. You are living out false narratives of things that could never be. That I am having something being subservient. What's subservient to that I am, B? What's the what? I mean, it's me. It's all of me. When am I going to start bowing down to myself? You see, you are the destruction of me doing backwards things. You are destroying the body of God. Because you have a false pride in who you are. You think because you can see genetic lines, B, that somehow that means a fucking thing. But all of it is one thing. All of it is me. And when you try to do with me what you wish you see, you fuck the body of God. And you bring calamity. Like I told you, I am a channel of that I am. That I am speaks to me. He lives me. He breathes me. He does me. That I am is what it is. There's nothing else to be. I can't keep acting like you. I can only be that I am. I can only be me. And I will say it 1,000 times, for as insignificant as I may be in this little cell called me, there is so much I can do because I'm powered by that I am, and that's the truth. And it is no different for any of you. This is the gift that has been given by that I am, fools. But you can't get it if you worshiping outside of you. You got to go inside. You got to find your I. You got to know that God abides in me. I am God. What else the fuck could I be? What else is there? You are living in a delusion, my friends, to believe in the things that you do. To believe that you have power. Where the fuck do you get the power from for you? I stand in power because I allow that I am to stand for me. I stand in my position in that I am and I don't do a fucking thing. And then that I am can use me as he sees fit be. So I'm under the command of that I am. And when that I am commands me, I do the damn thing. I can't concern myself with you, then I would be like you, boo. I would die too. But if you are alive and the living God, you are going to do what God says to do. There is no choice for you. You've made up your mind. You solidified your walk. There is no more talk. You are going to be who you're going to be. You're going to stand in your position and you're going to let God be. But if you got to be you doing what you say and not the great I from the inside, you can't handle these words coming from me. Your I am is not the one in authority. Because I am don't back down to anything. So it's time for you to show up today and represent what your standing be. It's time for the world to see who the fuck is standing with me. And if you say you believe in God with everything that's in your fiber, boo, you better go inside and find that I am inside of you. Because all that shit that you got doing, this world got you doing, boo, ain't got nothing to do with you finding you. That has to do with you being in bondage and keeping the curse from your generations on you. Now you are free. You got to act like it be. And free people tell the truth. They don't lie to me. So the first requisite to come and find that I you see is you got to stop telling these fucking lies of the world to me. And you got to stop putting these lies of the fucking world on the things that I am mean. Like calling love a feeling when feelings ain't got shit to do with me. Feelings are for you to find me, fool. But you use your feelings to hurl at other people as if that has something to do with you. Every feeling you have is to ask, why do I feel this way? And the more you ask yourself, that I am will begin to tell you. If you can have an honest dialogue with that I am in you. But if you're going to keep on running around here, playing play, acting like these motherfuckers in this world do, knowing they ain't got no authority over them nor you, you gonna die like the rest of them bottom feeders, fool. And I ain't gonna change my tune, no matter what page we on. And like I said, peace, calm, love, volatile. They got to constantly be together to stay in balance, child. Either one of them on the wrong side, you see. That's why the middle path is the path of acceptance. It's the path of God's be. It's the path we walk. We don't try to change anything. We transmute it. We make it work for that I am, you see. It don't matter what the fuck it is you put in front of me. It's going to work out for my good no matter what the fuck anybody else got planned for me. I'm living out the plan of that I am. And if you are too, there is nobody who can put anything in your way. There is no such thing as a stronghold, not with that I am. And if you don't have this level of faith, my dear, well, you know where you fit in here. Because God is exercising the body, you see. Like I told you, I'm cussing the fucking world off of me. It ain't gonna be nothing of this world left behind for God's eyes to see. So if you don't come the fuck on, it ain't gonna fucking matter to me. Because like I told you, I'm pure blue electricity, babe. But that goddamn electricity is going to set off a fucking fire so big, you see. You going to wish you brought your dumb ass the fuck on with me. Come on, and come the fuck on.